Welcome back from the break, Rams. I'm Brandon Cruz, and tonight, guys, we have a pretty fun segment. Lots of undefeated college teams and a lot of interesting NFL teams. We're going to play some pretender or contender, where these guys, I'll give them a team, and they'll tell me which one applies to each. We'll first start in the NFL with the Philadelphia Eagles. They're currently 4-0 in the NFC East. Jalen Hurts leads the NFL in passing yards, ranking at 5. And their defense is 8th total in the NFL. Ella, are they contenders or pretenders?
I do not like the Eagles, but they are a good team. And it pains me to say that they could be real this year, because I love when the Eagles program is just bad. It makes my life so much better. But they have a good O-line, a good D-line. Zach Wilson, I mean, that's all I need to say. So I think they're contenders this year, unfortunately.
I agree. I think they're contenders. I'm pretty sure they're the oney NFL team left with the 4-0 record right now.
Yeah.
And
Undefeated.
so
Dolphins just lost the Bengals,
and they're about to play Arizona, who's not looking too hot, unfortunately, for Trey McBride. See that for him. But yeah, I think the Eagles will dominate right now.
No, I agree 100%. I think the Eagles are contenders. I think they're going to win that division easily. I don't think that's going to be a competition.
A hot take.
I think their passing is good, but then last week you saw Miles Sanders go for over 100 yards and 2 touchdowns. I mean, they're firing on all cylinders. I think they're a contender.
Who do you like in the NFC East then, if you think?
I just don't want them to win the conference.
I
think they can do well, but
that division
anybody
is so
else?
weak.
Anybody else?
Like,
Maybe.
so
I don't know, this year they got a 4-0 team and 2 3-1 teams.
Yeah,
so
that's
they're pretty
true.
legit right now.
Yeah.
Giants and Cowboys, 3-1.
Oh, not the Cowgirls. No, not them. Anybody else? Sorry.
Let's move on to the Minnesota Vikings. They're 3-1, tied for first in the NFC North, and they beat your Packers
I was just
really
gonna
bad.
say that.
So Kirk Cousins, I mean, typical Kirk Cousins numbers, 6 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. But they do play in another weak division with the Bears and the Lions. Ella, how about the Vikings?
The Vikings, you cannot count that game against the Packers as real, just because the Packers and Aaron Rodgers week 1 does not mean anything. They lost 38-3 last year to the Saints week 1, and you saw how that ended up battering. So the Vikings, I think Kirk Cousins is a contender. Team as a whole, fake, not real. Not going to do well.
I think they're a little real. they're a little relevant. I think they have the competition that they need in the NFC. And yeah, I'd say contender for sure.
Okay,
Yeah.
Mike?
I'm also going to go pretenders.
Thank you.
I've watched them my whole life, and I've watched Kirk Cousins for the last few years, and he's not that guy. He's not getting you anywhere in the playoffs. And I agree, the first game of the Packers is always bad.
It's always bad.
So
It never goes well.
You can't tell anything off of
Never.
that.
Yeah.
But I think honestly the Lions are pretty close to them as a team. That's my hot take. So I don't think they're a contender.
Another hot take.
I don't think they're a contender.
Yeah, I mean, Lions had a great team chemistry. That game was really close, by the way. All right, last NFL team is the Miami Dolphins. They just lost Tua, though, because of that horrible injury.
Yeah.
The current
So sad.
is
Scary.
horrible. They're 3-1, tied for first in the AFC East. Ella, are the Dolphins contenders or pretenders?
They're contenders with Tua, and that pains me to say that, but they do not have a shot to continue a winning record without Tua as their quarterback. Now, you see all those throws where he throws into the ground, he's a joke, whatever. There's so many memes about the guy.
Yeah.
But he does carry that team, and he's the only reason that they were able to go 3-0 in the first place. Yes, they fell to the Bengals, but that's when he had his injury. I don't see them continuing the way that they are with him out for so long.
I think that their backup quarterback doesn't look too bad. I think he has some potential.
Teddy B.
I think he has a little potential. So, I don't know. I think that Miami as a whole can hold it together at least a little bit. So, I say contender again, but we'll just have to see how the season goes, I guess.
The Broncos were pretenders with Teddy B, so I don't think the Dolphins are going to be much different.
I'm also with Elle on this one. I think with Tua, they are a contender because he can get the ball to their superstar receivers. But with Teddy, they're only getting about like 20-yard throws.
Yeah.
So they're not getting.
If
not getting
he
much
throws
from
the
him.
ball.
Yeah, exactly.
If he throws the ball.
So I think with Tua, they're a contender. Without Tua, they're a pretender.
Taylor, let's see if you can get some agreement with college sports.
Something.
We're going to go first off with the USC Trojans. Their offense is insane, very good. Caleb Williams and Lincoln Riley at the helm. Their schedule has not been that great so far. They do play Utah on the road in the next couple of weeks. Ella, are USC contenders or pretenders?
I think they're overrated, but I'm still going to call them a contender because although they haven't had the best schedule, they are putting up huge numbers against every single team that they face. Now, down the line with teams like Utah, those harder games that they're going to face, I think that's actually going to prove where they stand. But for now, I have no reason to not consider them a contender.
Thank you for agreeing with me. I also say contender. I mean, they're dominating with wins with pretty high numbers, and Travis Dye seems like he's putting in some work. So I say contender.
Mike, give us a quick one.
I think we're going middle of the pack again. I think once they play some real teams, then we'll see if they're a contender.
Yeah.
All right, real quick. Kansas. Contenders or pretenders?
Fake. I don't like Kansas.
Contenders.
We're going contenders.
Pretenders.
Jalen Daniels
Pretenders.
is him.
Okay, very nice. And with that, Ram fans, that's all the sports action we have for you tonight. Be sure to tune in tomorrow for our super exciting game show, Ramboozled, right here on CTV. Or if you're feeling up for it, come down to watch it live at the Ramskeller in the basement of the LSC here on campus. Thanks for watching. We all hope you have an amazing night.